perhaps the shot that turned around round number 3 for the appraisal team. Rick Berry with a fabulous split conversion. And that took all out of the wind out of the sails of the Storm team. And Rick Berry with a wonderful shot. And he's standing by now with our own Marshall Holman. Marshall?
Thank you, Denny. Rick, you made the 3-6-7. You look like that shot could have pulled you right out of the tournament. You picked it up, a lot of momentum.
Oh, you're not kidding. Man, I'm just struggling out there, and I'm just trying to do anything I can to help my team. And I was just fortunate enough to be able to make that spare. Looking at it, I barely got it.
Well, 5-star appraisal will be bowling Columbia Rage. And speaking of Columbia Rage, I've got Gary Dickinson with me. And Gary, you watched those other 4 teams play. They have some momentum. 5-star appraisal has some momentum right now. How are you going to attack them?
Well, you know, we had a good team effort all week, and that's really what got us here, as close as we have, because I don't think we had anybody bowl bad, and nobody really bowled really well, and just hopefully we can put down the spares and make good shots today and stay close with them.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. Back up to you, Denny.
All right, thank you very much, Marshall Holman. We'll be back with the start of the title chase here in the National Team Championship right after these messages. They're waving the red and white towels. Seems more like a Nebraska football game than it does a National Team Championship here in bowling, but we've finally whittled it down to the final 2 teams, Columbia Rage, the top team, and now 5-star appraisal. So 2 games, Baker, total pins, and that's how you win the $30,000.
Yeah, we dropped that bonus now. There's no bonus pins. This is just total pinfall. A.D. Bird, I'm sorry, from Palatine, Arkansas. What a great amateur player he's been for a lot of years.
Barry opening up on the right hand. And don't be surprised if you see a few low scores here, because these lanes are treacherous right now, but I'm sure that's really the way the players want them, I think. That's the way they've been all week.
It's like out in the golf course blowing 60 miles an hour, Denny, out there. Golf shot into a little pin, you know. So we've got it in our sport too. That's our invisible game. It sort of, in fact, irritates me a little bit once in a while to say well, bowling's an easy game. Golf,
come on, let's go, big boys. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on.
The spares up to open the match. Keep in mind they'll bowl the first match on 55 and 56, then they'll flip over to 57 and 58 to find out what really happens.
Get out, Daryl. All right.
Earl Storch,
down on the 2, baby.
like Stevens, Washington, up around that Seattle area, been a great player from that week.
Chris Oakes crossing over, but the good news is all he's got left is the 6 pin.
It's a 1-pin match here early on. I don't think this is going to be any separation. I think this is going to be head-to-head, match it up, shot for shot, both teams. This is going to be an exciting match here for $30,000.
You know, it's tricky when you start running out, making the 2 8s. When the ball leaves your hand, you know, you're sprinting, hoping that it just hangs.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have your heart's up at your throat till you see it both go down.
Oh, boy. Staying clean. Let's go.
All right, one unique aspect here of our championship round is the Storm pin is now the head pin. And if Roger Workman throws a strike here on the left-hand lane, his team will win $500.
Crispin.
There's Bill right there. He was probably hoping that old Roger would have found the pocket.
Saved 500. But you know what? I'm sure that man would have just been delighted to write the check.
That's my boy. Take anything we can get right now, kids.
That's right. For a 5-star appraisal team.
Come on, guys. Come on. Got to get the good old boys going. I don't want to have to hear the Marshall letter all week when the kids good old boys.
Let me correct myself. That was James Starks. Workman next in line.
I think the seniors have the advantage a little, Denny, from the fact that they do have a softer hand. They roll the ball straighter all week long. So that's more conducive for the softer, straighter player. As you get a little older, you learn not to cross a lot of boards in tough conditions. So they've got a lot of experience. This guy here especially, his name fits him. Workman. He's a workman-like player.
Very efficient. Consistent.
Baby,
Right up the lane, the hand right behind the ball. Straight swing right up toward the ceiling. No rotation of the wrist and finger.
yes, baby. That's the way to shoot them spares.
Five-star with a
Come on,
2-pin
Nene.
lead, but keep in mind, Columbia Rage on a strike, and anytime you give Gary Dickinson an opportunity to double, it normally takes advantage of it. Well, wait a minute, look at the elder statesmen are up, jumping up and down and high-fiving one another as he chips out the 2-pin. The heck with the solid flush hit as they take an 8-pin lead.
Say, what do you say? Yes!
Well phased by the Hall of Famer Dickinson. The two anchors right now going at each other tooth and nail.
Might be the first time ever that they've got a young lady bowl an anchor on a national championship match.
Tennelle Milligan just shaking them around a little bit on lane 56. It's a 2-pin match in game number 1. We'll be back with more right after this. Down to the final 2 teams. Let's head down to Ron Marshall Herman.
Thank you, Denny. I'm here with Roger Workman. Roger, I had a chance to watch you bowl a little bit this summer on the senior tour. Came close to making telecasts, just came up a little short. You're here and you're performing well. How do you feel?
Great, absolutely great. After losing so many shows, 3 in a row, in fact, this feels real good to get here.
All right, well, looking forward to your next shot, and your team looks to be not only bowling well, but a pretty good break by Gary Dickinson.
Yes, we have some good chemistry, and it's all come together right here.
All right, they sound ready.
Ah, yes.
Back to you, Denny.
All right. Keep in mind, another $500 pin. This one provided by the good folks at Turbo 2-in-1. Earnhardt. The head the only pin left. Look at David. Says, wait a minute. How could that be?
Okay, it's worth $1,000.
Would
You
have
guys
been
buying or
perhaps
what?
the most unique strike that we had seen today. AD trying to trip out the 4 for what would have been a 3-bagger.
Would have been a little bit of a commanding lead there for
Right, AD.
Gary's on strike.
I hit the head pin. Come on. Let's go.
See what it is? Right past the head pin, comes off the wall, kicking him backwards in that 2-pin.
Let's go, big boy.
AD with an easy conversion of the 4. He's an easy-going kind of guy.
He's a good old boy from down in Arkansas. Boy, can he bowl. Back in '84, he won the tournament, $150,000 first place in '84.
Brooklyn.
6-pin stands. Columbia Rage with a
Come on.
7-pin
Clean it up.
lead.
Clean it up.
Will Sportston back up here on 56.
And as we have seen all week,
All right, gotta make.
too much
Take
speed.
a pop at it. Come on now.
All of a sudden, find yourself with something you don't want to look at.
What happens then is you hang on your thumb just a little bit, put the fingers on the ball.
That way,
set it
baby.
sideways instead
That's
of
my
end
boy.
to end.
Mr.
That sideways
Clean.
rotation makes it hit the oil and spin instead of roll.
Link Stevens, Washington. Throughout the week. Gave it a run, but it opened.
Get it off, Bryce. Get it off.
Opens
All
the
right.
door, perhaps.
That's right. Good.
All of a sudden, it's a 7-pin advantage for 5-star.
Wow.
Right back, same shot, same spot. As you can see, it's consistent. Right, that hang spot. Now you move to the right, though, and you square up, and then you don't feel like you're going to miss the head pin left as the ball takes off. See what Roger, I'm sorry, Jim Starks can do here.